or some sweat or saliva like stuff, they fall in the things that we cook or we prepare, that's rajasic.
Would it still be rajasic if we eat it because we use saliva to
With us it is there, in our mouth it is there, but if something falls while cooking, preparing, that's wrong. Rajasic we won't be able to usually see because somebody brings in a nice plate with a nice dress and serves you. While cooking, you don't know how many things have fallen in that. So, probably a cockroach might have fallen in that. And then he throws it out and then brings it to you and serves in a nice plate, keeping a big cap on his head. And then it is just nice smoke and nice vapor and nice fragrance, and you feel like eating it. So, tamasic you can right away avoid. Sattvic you can take. Rajasic you don't know.
That's why we chant in mantras. Yeah?
That's why we chant mantras. That's why we offer it to God. Right? Bringing there and keeping in front of Him and offering is to see that the rajasic impacts on that object to avoid it, should be avoided. That's how we do it.
So it means that if you pray towards the god, like the food, would it be purified if like anything got in there, like an ant or...
Anything rajasic. And you bring a few eggs and then offer it. You can't do it. Because that's already prohibited stuff, right? So you can't do it. Where you won't be able to see any impact of other things, and then you want to see that it is purified, then you can do it.
But
Tea and coffee. Chai.
Tea and coffee also, they are addicted stuff basically, which makes you feel addicted. Avoid it. That is rajasic. See, if you don't drink water, you won't feel any kind of restlessness. But the person who is addicted to tea and coffee, if it is not there on time, then he thinks that the world is rotating. That means he is addicted to that. If one person is used to take alcoholic stuff, and if it is not there on time to him, whichever time that he takes every day, means he feels something ups and down. Things are, moving in their own way. That's how he feels. That is a kind of addiction, what we call. Anything, if you avoid, it's not showing any impact on you, is not rajasic. But anything that you make a little bit late and you will be disturbed and causes some kind of impact on you is an addiction. That kind of thing should be avoided.
what if it's like if you ate like a bread or something and you really like it, would that still be addiction?
It's not an addiction, because even if you don't eat it at that moment, or if you eat it after some time, it won't be that much serious. But for people who are addicted to coffee and tea, are not like that. If they are used to take at 6 o'clock, they should take at 6 o'clock. If it is 6:15, they'll be in other words.
What if you can't avoid the toxic food? Like, if you go to a party or you go
Don't
with
eat
friends
it. Don't eat it.
okay, if I'm the only one taking the Deeksha in my family, like, we cook together within my family. So
You cook together, that's fine thing. There's nothing wrong in cooking together, but cook only good objects. Don't cook tamasic and don't cook rajasic stuff. That itself is enough. But anyway, after cooking the things, anyway you offer it to God, right? Before you eat them, and that's enough. They become good for you. See, going to the parties, if you are not able to avoid, or you are in some kind of job where you have to work, or going to some other place which you won't be able to cook by yourself and eat, and your family also won't be there to cook and serve you, and you have to depend obviously on other people's whatever they prepared. And among such things, whenever it happens, you select something that is suitable to you, number one, and then you see that it is offered to God, because we give you a coin on which the Narayana will be there with mantra. Keep it always in your neck with tulsi, and then whatever just you take, you see that it is offered to him, and then you eat it. That much you can do. Beyond that you won't be able to do, right? So that is okay. So even when you go to a party, and if at all there is something good thing that you can take from among the dishes that are served, take them. But then also offer and take them. That's okay. You won't be able to avoid it in total. And when you are traveling for hours and hours together, see, in the train or in the flight, when you go to some other place like India, it takes about a few hours or maybe 1.5 day. You have to go somewhere, and the flight is 6 hours gap. And what do you do then? If you are able to be like that, not eating anything, that's fine. But if you cannot, take some fruits, take some milk, or any stuff that is made of vegetables and other things like that. That's okay. And even in flights also nowadays, it's not a difficult thing if you say, we are Jain meal, and then they give you all some grass and stuff like that. so that you can take good stuff. Without onion and garlic they serve you. Still you can manage. Across the world, wherever you go to any corner, nowadays it's not difficult. Even you go to China, you can get something.
What about with the touching other people? If, for example,
Huh?
with the touching other people, because of maybe it's because of your work or something, because you are kind of different from them because they practice and they don't. Do you share some kind of energy?
It is like this. You take a time off to energize yourself. Rest of the time you use it to be with the people, with the work, whatever it is. So when you are energizing yourself, observe that rule, like not touching anybody. Once that is over, then there is nothing wrong in it. See, you have to take shower and do the puja, and you have to eat something, right? So before going to the work, you eat something and then you go to the work. So till you eat something, don't touch anybody. Maintain that till then. But once you finished your food and then you are in a job, in a work, then there is nothing that you need to observe. Then you can be with people because you are dealing with people, you are dealing with objects. Or some people may be working with the leather stuff, maybe working with the meat stuff. Doctors are always cutting the bodies and just dealing with the inner mechanism of the bodies. They have to do it, right? Because they are doctors, they can't avoid it. Cutting, touching the flesh, touching the bad things, and that is their duty. So while you are on the duty, yes, be with that. And when you come back, then take a shower, purify yourself, and then sit for some time and just meditate, and then you take whatever that is recommended. That's fine. You can't always 24 hours, avoid people and just sit alone. Yes. Okay. You have any doubts? You people? No? You're okay?
My main concern is about like my wife and kids. They